On what was the day of the vow, or Dingaan's Day, following the Battle of Blood River back in 1938 on this very Kingdom of the Zulu ground. Today, South Africa celebrates a day of reconciliation where we have the 2015 Telkom knockout final between Johannesburg taking on Pretoria, Musimani taking on Gompela. It's Mamelodi Sundowns up against Kaizer Chiefs, with a Telkom knockout awaiting one of these two at the end of the day. A very good evening it is to you as we, move towards the end of the year 2015. We do have two heavyweights in the way of South African football club-wise. Mamelodi Sundowns to the left of your picture, Kaizer Chiefs to the right. It's the last cup competition of the year 2015 in South Africa, and for the men in the Brazilian colors that will be to the left of your picture, they will be looking for their third title. They've been to 6 previous finals and lost the final at this very ground against Bloemfontein Celtic back in 2012, up against a side that is very much the cup specialist. They, of course, aim for 14th title to Kaizer Chiefs coming into this match. They last won it in 2010 against their age-old rivals in Orlando Pirates. This their 16th final appearance. They lost the final in as far as the Telkom knockout back in 2002. Jomo Cosmos, the last side to see them stumble at the final hurdle in as far as this competition goes through its various sponsors. The Motaons, of course, hoping to win this cup competition after having stumbled just a few months ago in the MTN8 Hekana. It's a good ball, could move the upfield here from Langerman. But with the ball upfield, he's not picked up on the far side. Beautifully brings it back across, and a beautiful team goal from Mamelodi Sundowns. It's Castro with his first in South African Cup football, his first in a South African Cup final.
That's an unbelievable goal by Mamelodi Sundowns. And like you said, a great team goal. You saw the run pulled away from Billiard, and you've got to look at your left fullback, who's obviously going to be Masalela. He's not in position, he's caught out of position, and that space got exploited. But for me, is the composure of Billiard. When the ball comes in, it's whipped in by Langerman, nicely driven, lofted into that, and you can see Masalela trying to recover, but not in time. But the composure by Billiard, to have that presence of mind to pick out Castro, for me, that makes the goal. He still has to score the goal, Castro, but that composure of Billiard.
Still has to give a measured touch, does Castro, in bringing it home here. But we spoke about the 3 attack-minded men behind Castro and how they may switch positions. It's Billiard now against Marcelo on that far side. Beautiful, brilliant play that's led up to this goal here from the men from the nation's capital. Now with just Billiard in there, they had a chance from out wide to send in the early cross. They opted not to.
I think that's a sensible thing.
Beautiful on the ball up, and great with a save then is brilliant Kuzwayo. Oh, they broke them down once again. Great movement, great passing and composure, followed up by a good shot.
And that's what I said now earlier about the decision not to put the cross in. You can't put a cross in when Billiard, you have to compete with Godinho and with Gould. This is what they need to do. Quick movement, interchange of passing, players going behind spaces and then taking responsibility. And you'll see a lot more of that happening now because Billiard is playing up front.
Header! 2-0! The perfect start to the first half, followed up by the perfect start to the second for Mamelodi Sundowns. They've got the 2-goal cushion.
And that's what I said before. It's very disappointing when you concede from a set play. A great save from Kuzwayo, but then the switches off. And that's why Kuna is so important. Every time there's a set play, you always see his hands next to his head telling players, switch on, switch on. You can't go and lapse of concentration in a situation like this. A great delivery, a great header at near post, finding the space, and brilliant Kuzwayo had no chance whatsoever.
Quality with the in-swinger. Oh, nothing but class with the finish. Strength and execution coming to the fore from Tete.
Well, it's one of your best headers, and then you leave him alone, and he's pretty much out-muscled Sibonisi that time. Look at that. He's holding on, and then no chance to physically compete with him.
Gatla left on the floor. Chiefs staggering on the ropes. Sundowns get their second through Mteti. At the start of the day, we mentioned there were 8 that had scored before. Even with the change, there are 8 on that field that have scored. One of those 8 has found a second. Now, Chiefs looking for the reply. Lebase! Just wide.
And that is the best chance to get back into this game so quickly after Sundowns scored. They needed to put that ball away, and Lebase will be very disappointed he didn't find the back of the net. Everything was going in their way. Great team build-up. Manele finds Baloyi, puts it in the path of Lebase, and he just couldn't find the back of the net.
Just stayed onside, and it shaved the outside of the far post. The Madowns watching on. Chiefs looking for the penalty. Up in arms they are around the Moses Mabhida Stadium, and why not? The decision is given.
I think it's almost a decision that was given by the assistant referee. As that foul happened, he had his flag slightly across his chest, which normally indicates a penalty to be given. The referee never had any clear sort of look at that opportunity, but he's the one, as that happened, he saw it as a penalty.
Mavuyo Bubuma's flag goes up here, a brow perfectly into the path of Parker. We spoke about men that can operate in close quarters with very little time and space. But the question is that a penalty?
Yeah, I think it's very, very difficult. Accidentally for me, he gets clipped. But then after that again, I think Ntete's leg just catches the side of Parker. And I think that's, for me, is what the assistant referee is seeing more than anything else in awarding the penalty.
A penalty to give Chiefs a light at the end of the tunnel, and is denied by Onyango. Does not go to the right of the keeper, and guess what? Onyango gets his right in going left, and in the end Chiefs are left with no goal.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's the first time I've seen Shaba go across his body, and that's probably played in the back of his mind. He normally goes and open up his body, put it to the right of the keeper, thinking if the opposition have seen his last few penalties, that is where he will go. He changes his mind, and Onyango gets his right. Unbelievable save from Onyango.
The height, some will argue, was a comfortable one. It was still hit with a lot of power. He still needed to get across there. Onyango, 2 good hands onto that.
Strong hands, getting the ball away. Still had time to celebrate before the ball even gone out of touch. But it just shows you that determination. And it's always a lottery as far as penalties are concerned.
Now, here's a chance. Here's a great chance. Onyango is putting in a serious performance here in an effort to possibly get the man of the match crown.
Well, he's definitely putting in a match-winning performance and showing his experience.
Shabalala Parker, I'm rating them both as great saves from Dennis Onyango. Super stuff. Off his line in a flash, it was a beauty of a pass, weighted perfectly. Let's talk about the cup final down here. The Chiefs pushing forward, and Lithuanian denied. They're appealing for a penalty, and it's given. The second penalty in one half. Kulusande Kongo not afraid to make the tough calls.
Oh, that's a very, very brave decision there. Players sliding across the goal to prevent the tackle. And once again, I think extra time, and Mr. Spot-on will have to look at this. It's very difficult to move your hands out of the way when you're already sliding across the ground.
Extra time is a long time away. Let's look at it right now. Now, off the foot, is it?
No, there's no chance he could have moved his arm. If you roll that again, you'll see as he's sliding, look where's his arm. It's down. He can't
Balancing,
move. He can't move his hand. That's for him.
Pot arm, pot chest even.
Exactly. So for me, very, very difficult, but a brave decision by the ref.
Can he give them a little ray of hope? It's a foul! Denied! Follow up! Denied by Titi! Dennis Onyango is having the game of his life!
Unbelievable! I think Pitso just won this game now to end. You cannot ask more from your goalkeeper. 2 penalties, 2 1-on-1s against Kaizer Chiefs, and the score is still 2-0. You still haven't conceded a goal. Very, very difficult for Kaizer Chiefs to find a goal here when they come up against Dennis Onyango.
Gets his right to his left, and what's left is a brow, feeling very similar to what the man who used his left foot to be denied in Shabalala felt like. Somebody shoot to his right.
Well, going to his left is definitely a strong point. So should there be another penalty, you can guarantee that's going to the right-hand side.
With the goods and the save. Now Sundowns look for their third and get it! Beautiful with the assist from Manise. Magical stuff! And that is the Telkom knockout blow from the men from Pretoria, the nation's capital.
Well, 2 mistakes again from Kaizer Chiefs. Gives them opportunity. Firstly, Mamelodi chipping the ball over the crossbar and then giving possession away to Keegan Dolly, and they set up that goal. I think for me, it's become like a five-a-side, a training match for that matter for Mamelodi Sundowns. The way they scored that goal, passing the ball with so much ease through the heart of the Chiefs defense, and that would disappoint Steve Komphela massively here tonight.
They've taken everything Kaizer Chiefs have thrown at them and have come out with a couple of beauties. And the beauty here is in the back heel from Zwane, in fact. The no-look pass, he hits it and he keeps walking in the opposite direction.
And it takes also a great quality to hit the ball a first-time strike. Ball still bouncing. But like you said before, Krompa Kakane, he's got that ability to just find the back of the net.
Hashtag who?
Better things happen in a very short space of time. You can score 2 goals in 2 minutes.
Well, here they are. They've pulled one back. Flag stays down. Perfect set piece, and eventually they get one through. Dennis Onyango, it's a brow that's beaten the flag and put some respectability on it for Kaizer Chiefs. As you were saying, goals always possible.
And it's a lapse of concentration. I think the Mamelodi Sundowns players have seen the board going up, 3 minutes to play. They can see it's only 15, 20 seconds to go, and that lapse of concentration have cost them a goal. And Onyango would not be happy.
Mamelodi Sundowns get their 3rd title. Mamelodi Sundowns 3, Kaizer Chiefs 1. Proper entertainment on your World of Champions. Telkom knockout champions, and that, of course, is the sign from the nation's capital in Mamelodi Sundowns.